Today is the first day that our office goes back to an in-person environment officially. The office has been open for people to come in if they would like to work out of the office for a day or have a reason to work out of the office for the day, but no one has been required to go to the office. Today, as of March 1st, we are all returning to the office, although in a much, much different way. I am classified as a remote worker, so although I don't have to go into the office unless there is a business need for me, I will be going to the office tomorrow because in the first 3 days of an office going back to an in-person environment, everyone who was hired during the pandemic and who showed their I-9 documents virtually now has to come into the office to show someone in person. This is not something that my business wanted to do. Surely it's not something most businesses wanted to do, but it is a requirement by the government. So in the first 3 days of March, the New York office that I work at has about 60 people that will be traveling to the office to show their I-9 documents in person, and I am one of those people. Now, for the people that don't live close to the New York office, there is an option to get your I-9 document notarized. However, I felt it was a good idea to go back to the office, have lunch with people I haven't seen in a while, and get that sense of community. Also, I am excited for a little bit of work travel. I have work travel this week, obviously going up to New York, and next week I will be going to Texas, and hopefully more and more from there on out. So let's go to New York. One of the things I definitely need to get started on is packing. I have a lot of office clothes that I have saved for the past 2 years. I haven't even really touched those clothes in the last 2 years, so I don't really even know what I have to offer. I do remember there are definitely the office clothes that I liked wearing, and then there were the office clothes that were just kind of filler clothes. So probably could get rid of all the filler clothes because I'm never going back to the office 5 days a week. But now I can just choose my favorite office clothes, if I even still like them. And make sure you subscribe so you can see all of my work travel and more. Workout tip number 1. I literally have a box of heels. I used to keep this entire box of shoes in the office. I would wear boots to go into the office because I knew what the weather was going to be like. And then these would just be waiting for me to slip into. And now I have a box of heels that I will probably not have nearly as much use for as I did before. 2-day trip, 1 day in the office, 1 nice dinner, and then a day working remotely from the hotel. 2 plane trips, 2 comfortable outfits, one of which I'm wearing right now. The other I have planned for. 1 professional trip, 1 pair of heels, 1 pair of boots. I'll wear a jacket. Yeah, I think I'm good. And then extra warm clothes just in case, because I'm used to 77 degrees. People I get cold at 70 degrees, so I think this is good. Moving on. It's been a lovely day here in the office today, and I showed my I-9 documents, so I'm all legal now. This morning, the subway was more full than it was last time, but it still wasn't crazy full. I actually got a seat after 1 stop, and there was plenty of room for everyone. Nobody was jammed up in between each other or anything, and it was around 9 a.m. So normal working time. Yeah, the streets are busy, but not overwhelming. This is probably still a hybrid time for everyone. I think I'm going to leave. It is after lunch now. A training this afternoon from 3 to 5, and I don't really want to spend that time in the office. It's a lovely, gorgeous, sunny day outside. there's kind of really no more reason for me to be here, so I think I am going to take some time, maybe walk around Times Square on my way back and show you some of that because it's actually really close to here. And then I think I'm gonna go back to the hotel and work from there for the rest of the day. We have 4 floors in this office and I am on the conference room floor right now because I chose a visiting office with a window, and there's just not many people here. There's definitely more people on the floors with more regular offices, and I've met a couple people, got some free lunch, and now I just kind of feel like there's really no reason for me to be here for the rest of the day. I've got about 2 hours to make it back to the hotel. Luckily, it's only a 20-minute subway ride. Work the rest of the day from there, and then get ready for dinner this evening. Good morning from New York. It is Thursday today, so this is our last and final day in New York. Yesterday I worked from the office and then we went out to dinner in Brooklyn. And today my plan was to work from the hotel. However, I forgot that there is this little pesky thing called checkout times that are usually not 5 p.m. So I think we're going to pack up our stuff here shortly and head to the airport and just work from the airport lounge for the rest of the day. Our flight leaves at 7:30 out of JFK, so we will have a few hours in the lounge. It's been a lovely couple days here in New York. Steve and I ended up staying at the Hotel Indigo, which, if you're familiar with Mr. Purple, that is the rooftop of that hotel, which we definitely checked out while we were here. Had some nice cocktails, and they gave us this great room with this amazing balcony back here. So that was pretty cool. Get a little extra space in New York. That's precious. The other thing we did this morning, right around the corner from Hotel Indigo, is the famous deli Cats. And so this morning we woke up and shared a pastrami sandwich on rye and some matzo ball soup. It was delicious. Highly, highly recommended. This is in the Lower East Side, just a few blocks away from the Bridge Hotel that I stayed at the last time I was here. The lounge today has been not very crowded, and when I've had to take a phone call, there's several booths in the back that I'm able to go to for some privacy. It's felt very spacious and comfortable and relaxing here in the lounge all day. So it's been a really pleasant experience. The American Airlines lounge, there is no time limit on how long you can stay here. So like I said, we got in around noon. It is now after 5:30. Our flight doesn't leave until 7:30, so we still have a couple hours. And we will be boarding our flight in about an hour. As you can see, the sun is going down on New York behind me, and our trip to New York for work is almost over. But very soon, there will be another travel for work trip that I will be taking you along with as well. So stay tuned for the next